Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for September 2024. We are using the Dreamer's Journal Tarot, and we are using the Elder Futhark on clay. This is actually the first rune set that I ever owned. This is my old clay Blum set. It's the only set you could get back then, so without making it yourself. So there it is, my very first set that I ever had runes of. So let's get started with the card from the Dreamer's Journal Tarot. We have the Eight of Wands. So whatever happens for you this month, Gemini, it's going to go fast. This month, there's going to be a lot of fast-moving action. Things that you've been working on are going to be really, really rushing forward. Things that you have put a lot of intention and your will into. Things that you've been expressing. It's all going to be really rushing towards coming into fruition, and just everything's just like rush, rush, rush. But it's like everything's going to happen fast this month. Like it's going to be October. For you, it's going to be like, whoa, how did I get here? But it's going to be like a really fast-moving month, very fast-paced. Interesting, a bit ironic. Let's get the rest of the runes down and we'll see how this read goes. Wow. Okay. Well, it all has a happy ending, so... Your central issue this month, Gemini, is Isa. Isa is the rune of ice, and this has to do with stillness and standstill, and the stillness through which clarity comes, which is what you're pretty much going to have to be in the middle of this craziness. But this month you're going to be sort of like, it's almost like that, it's almost like you want to have a quiet month, and you're sort of seeking that, but everything is moving so fast around you that you're like, I want just quiet. And it's something that you are. Let's continue to read this, but it's like there, you can be the eye of the storm, but reading this is like the storm is what's going to help you. So this is kind of really interesting read. Let's get started with this. So again, central issue Isa, which is the rune of ice, has to do with stillness and the stillness through which clarity comes, and things that have stood still. Maybe things haven't been moving forward for you, and maybe that's what this girl in the picture is indicating, is that there's something that stopped the speed of this. And that you're trying to address it, or maybe you are standing in the way of things moving forward, and maybe that's what you have to address this month. So, and the crow is on top going like, will you please move? Please move so that the wands get, because the bottom one's getting tired. You can see that. So leading up to this, we have Raida, which is the rune of the journey, or basically it's riding. So the journey has been going on so far, but now you seem to have stopped it. You're in the way of the things that are moving forward that need to, for whatever reason. Like maybe you have frozen like the deer in the headlights, or maybe you have just basically dug in and you can't seem to get your head around it, or maybe you are requiring more clarity in this moment because you can't move forward, or things can't move forward until you've basically melted this ice that you've sort of dug in with. So what's going to help you? We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with chaos and things that are out of your control, and weather and nature and your nature and things that are wildly moving. And so even though this is also ice, this is the ice that has been broken up, and this is just basically flying around and being wild, and maybe you just need that moment of wildness to free things up. And maybe all it's going to take, because weather by nature doesn't last long, maybe all it's going to take is allowing for a little bit of that crazy wildness to break things up for you so that things can move. Let that come in with the storm elementness of it, and just basically just whirl things around, which is going to make it easier for things to start moving again. As well, this is going to be about you tapping into your nature and just basically getting in touch with who you are, and the fact that you are a force of nature as well. What isn't going to help is we have Manas, which is the rune of humanity, and your part in it. You are worried about what other people think, and I think that's probably why you've stopped the forward momentum. There is that worry about, people are looking, and what will people think, and what will people say, and maybe people are even, you've already heard or perceived that you've heard people having ideas about what you're doing, and that's not good, and then you've basically stopped. But if that starts to be the case, bring yourself, this is all the more reason to just be like crazy, wild Tasmanian devil this is whirlwind, hailstorm, and just break up the frozen ice and into like a bunch of little tiny ice. So, because the things need to move forward, and that's really the main thing, is basically to deal with that. Now, you are also in the middle of the movement, and clarity is coming in, but I think the clarity can't come in because there's so much frozenness, there's so much stuck in and stopped. So if you can make it so that you just sort of get into your wildness for a little bit, that will allow the clarity to come through a little bit better, because it'll free up what's stuck. And what this is all going to lead you to is just a greater sense of confidence. Like, no matter what these people might think, you will feel your sense of worth, you'll feel your sense of self-esteem and your sense of self-worth and confidence, and you'll be able to, because you got through this, you'll be able to allow these things that have stalled to move forward again, and at the great speed that they need to be. So that, Gemini, is your reading for September 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.